Okay, today I'm going to talk about photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is a process which occurs in plants where plants use energy from light to make glucose. So essentially the glucose acts as the plant's food. The plant can use this glucose for energy and can use it for lots of different cellular processes. So, where does this occur? Now, in the leaves of plants, this is where photosynthesis happens. There's lots of specialised cells that are called palisade cells. Now, these cells, so I'm just going to draw the basic structure of a plant cell. These cells contain lots and lots of these green organelles called chloroplasts. So this is the site of photosynthesis, and the cells within leaves, in plant cells, called chloroplasts, and they contain a special pigment called chlorophyll. This special pigment here, this is the one that absorbs the light from the sun usually, allowing photosynthesis to occur. So we need to know the word and symbol equation for photosynthesis. So we have carbon dioxide plus water goes to glucose and oxygen. So carbon dioxide, this just comes from the air. So it enters the leaf and it just comes via diffusion, and it comes from the air. The water gets absorbed through plant roots by osmosis and then goes up to the leaf. So these are the two things that we need for photosynthesis to occur. The things that are produced are glucose, which you could use for loads of different cellular processes because it provides the energy in aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration, and oxygen. Now this is a good news for us because oxygen gets released from plants and we actually need this to breathe in for aerobic respiration as well. So the other thing is sometimes you might see the equation with light and or chlorophyll written above or below the line. Notice how they're not actually written as products or reactants, they're written above or below the arrow. This shows we need these things in order for the reaction to occur, but they're not products and reactants within themselves. Because photosynthesis will only work if there's light, and it only works if there's chlorophyll. So let's see the symbol equation right here. So it's CO2 plus H2O. Hopefully we should know these symbols here. Now glucose is the only one we might not be comfortable with. It's C6H12O6 and oxygen is O2. And we should know those. So glucose is the only one we're really going to have to make sure we can remember. Now balancing it is dead simple. We just need a 6 here, a 6 here and a 6 here. 6, 6, 6. It's a nice way of remembering it. Now, the nice thing about the equation for photosynthesis is it's the same as the equation for aerobic respiration, but only the products switch round with the reactants. So if you could remember the equation for photosynthesis, you should hopefully also remember the equation for aerobic respiration. Guess the last thing we need to know at this stage, just about the basics of photosynthesis, is the fact that it's an endothermic reaction. So all that means is energy is taken in during this reaction. So this is an example of an endothermic reaction. So just to summarise, photosynthesis is how plants make glucose, which is essentially their food. Photosynthesis occurs in leaves, within palisade cells, and particularly within the chloroplast, that's the organelle that contains chlorophyll. The reactants are carbon dioxide and water, and the products are glucose and oxygen. This is an endothermic process. Thanks for listening.